Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Taslima Maya Art. It's really lovely to have you here. Do check out my other videos, and if you find value in them, please do hit the like, share, subscribe and comment buttons, and make sure you hit the notification bell to be reminded of future videos. I'm very excited to welcome you to the Poured Palette Collab, a collaboration with the wonderful Justin Sally Art and Sheldon Briscoe of Shellrock Art. If you miss these talented artists, please do go back at the end of my video and watch their videos. They both created stunning pieces of art that you just won't want to miss. Today I'm going to be doing a multiple reverse flower dip, hand embellished, with a Marvellous Spatutale Hummingbird. Colours and paints used are in my description box below. Hi everyone, so I'm going to do a reverse flower dip with a few different flowers on a branch. And I've seen this on fiona-art's channel, so it's inspired by her and credited to her. So I'm going to have a white base on this, and I've already done a mixing video which you can go back and watch. I'll put the details up on the screen at the top there. So what I have is a white base that I've mixed up. This is Montmartre Titanium White mixed in with my pouring medium, which is craft glue and water. 3 parts craft glue and 2 parts water, distilled water, and I've stirred it up so it's a very good runny consistency with this very small mound that disappears very quickly. And I've got a couple of different colours here which I'm going to play around with, so let's get started. I'm going to pour this on to begin with. As you can see, it's very fluid, and I don't need a lot of base paint. And I will spread it around using my palette knife. I think that should be plenty. I'm just going to spread it around now. And I did just mix it up, so one of the things we might find is that there are a lot of air bubbles in this which I will have to torch, I'm afraid. So make sure you're using your butane torch if you're using a torch in a well ventilated area, and make sure you follow any safety precautions as well that are necessary for using an open flame. And the other thing you can use instead of a butane torch to get rid of air bubbles is a hot air gun as well, so that's the other thing you could use instead. I'm just hoping there's no bits in here. I think there might be 1 or 2 bits. Might take them out. So you can see it's pretty much all spread out. There we go. And I'll cover the sides later, I think, just to make sure it's all covered on the sides. And today we'll be using a kitchen towel, because I've used other things and not had the best effects really, so a kitchen towel seems to work really well for me if you look at my previous few flower dips. There we go. Okay folks, so by the end of this pour I realised my video had cut out around here and hadn't actually recorded it, which was unfortunate, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I actually scraped that one, and the next footage you'll see is me starting again. Now what you can see is that pink background is just me scraping all those colours from the previous pour back into the centre and then levelling it out again with the palette knife. And I'm now just placing my colours onto the canvas, so I'm alternating the colours that I've chosen for this pour. And the end result that you see at the end of this video is what I create using this method. And here is the DecoArt Extreme Sheen 24 karat gold, and I'm placing a little bit of that on the colours as well.
Come a little closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower, I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
So once again folks, I had a technical glitch, and again my video cut out before I could record the lifting of the napkin on this one, so I'm just going to show you another one I did where I lifted it and how I lifted it. Now this one is probably not the best demonstration, but I sort of lift this straight up. With the one that you see that I'm doing, that got cut out, that one I kind of lifted it up and then pulled it to the side away from the canvas towards the right. I also did a few modifications using my dotting tool as I did here, just to make it all go together, and then I waited for it to dry. In part 2, I will embellish using paint pens and acrylic paint. Hi everyone, so I'm just going to show you a couple of different things that I've done. There's this one. And then there's this one which my daughters did with me. It's very, very pretty. And I will be embellishing these, or particularly this one, with a bird or two, or maybe a hummingbird, or chaffinch, or another type of bird. And then there's this one which we've just seen me pour, and I'm going to be embellishing this one. So I'm going to kickstart it with deciding what orientation is going to be and where I'm going to place this bird. So I think the best orientation will probably be here, in this, or here, maybe this way. And I've just drawn a very basic outline of a bird that I found online, and I'm going to be transferring that onto this canvas and trying to decide how he's going to sit on here. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe in that orientation. I decided I'm going to have it this orientation, so it's in the upper third of the painting, and I'm going to use a HB pencil just to transfer the drawing. So I'll just do that now, and I can just quickly just go over the lines. Now I've done that, so here is a close-up of the pencil drawing. And then I go around my outline with an ink pen. Now you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way that I prefer to do it. And I feel like I haven't painted in a long time, not properly. And this is one of my kind of earlier tries on this. And I certainly haven't drawn a bird in a very long time. So I am just tracing an outline. I will probably paint over some of these lines with a very delicate paintbrush anyway. But I like to see what I'm looking at and where to put my feathers and my paint strokes. Everybody's different, of course, and you must do it whichever way you feel comfortable, but I'm just doing a very basic pen outline to begin with, and now I'm underpainting it with some titanium white, simply because when I put on my brush strokes and my colour for the feathers, I want to be able to see them, so they're kind of standing out a lot more from the background. And what you see here is all the different colours I've chosen to paint my hummingbird in. So I've chosen lots of blues and yellows and some pinks and darker kind of maroon colour. And I'll list the colours down in the description box for you. But I did want him to be quite a bright hummingbird. Now the bird I've chosen to paint on my canvas, on that floral background you see there with my paw, is the Marvellous Spatutale Hummingbird. It's an endangered species that primarily habitates northern Peru, and it's about 10 to 15 centimeters long and has these beautiful tail feathers, which I'll show you in a while. And it has certain colours, I think green, bronze and white with blue crest feathers. They are indeed an endangered species, but they're absolutely beautiful. They have 4 tail feathers, 2 which end in violet blue discs. Now the colours I've chosen to paint this one are slightly different to what they actually look like, simply because I wanted some pinks in there as well. And they're not true to likeness, obviously, but I wanted to give myself some artistic license. If I'm honest, I did struggle with painting this bird because it's been so long where I've ever tried doing something like this. Bring in some realism into the abstract background. But I'm glad I did try because I learned a lot along the way as well. Feathers are very, very hard to paint, by the way. But the inspiration for this piece came from a dear friend and great artist. His name is Sheldon Briscoe of Shellrock Art, so if you know him, do check his channel out. But he actually did a beautiful flower dip a few weeks ago where he painted a beautiful hummingbird on, and he's done a couple since then, and they were incredibly realistic hummingbirds. So after a conversation with him, I decided to give it a go myself and try my hand at the same technique. But obviously I chose a different hummingbird to do and different colors, so I am really enjoying doing this. And I've always really had an interest and a passion for realistic paintings, and I used to do quite a few of them when I was far younger. So this just kind of took me back to my childhood a little bit, and I did really enjoy doing this, and I think I might do another one in the future. So a big shout out to Sheldon and a big thank you as well for suggesting I try this. I'm really glad I did. And also, if you are enjoying this video, do please hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, simply because I'm not monetized yet, and any kind of support you can show really goes a long way and is very, very much appreciated. Now I'm going to stop talking so much and let you listen to a little bit of music, so kick back and enjoy the beautiful spatutale hummingbird come to life on my multiple flower dip.
You held me back when I tried to move on from your life, so you stole my life with clarity. So hold me back, now you're here, 'cause I'm mad, show no fear. Wanna let you know just how it felt. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we're good? There's no way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now I'm bulletproof, you might find you're gone, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof, don't let me touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. 'Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof.
And just here I am using a very dry brush to try and brush on some texture which looks like feathers on his chest.
Teardrops start to dry, even when the sun begins to shine again. Taking all the advice there is, and none of it has helped. Experience has made me realize that I won't build my life on empty words. Being so damn naive, it only hurts. always thought that love was made for me. Oh well. I was just as blue-eyed as the sky could ever be. Loving you has made me realize I'm so tired of love songs. Life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs. I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of love songs. Sick and tired of love songs. Even when my teardrops start to dry, and even when the sun begins to shine again, I've taken all the advice there is, and none of it has helped. I'm so tired of love songs, sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. Ooh, sick and tired of you.
So folks, here he is, my version of the Marvellous Spatutale Hummingbird, sitting proud and very, very pretty on his branch, looking right at us with these beautiful multicoloured feathers and those longer feathers at the end with a big round disc, kind of violet blue tail feathers. And you can see the beautiful multiple flower dip, reverse flower dip flowers there, as well as a gorgeous background, and there's little bits of shimmery 24-karat gold in some of those flower buds. I really do hope you love it as much as I do. I think it was a success, and I will be trying this technique again. Thank you ever so much for joining myself, Taslima Maya Art, Justin Sally Art and Sheldon Briscoe of Shellrock Art on our board palette collab, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care of yourselves.